Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm your host, Veteran Mountain Man, and welcome to another episode of Spiritual Thursday. Today our discussion is actually going to be about the urban primitive and the fact that cities in and of themselves, in many cases, create divinities or totems or spirits of their own that kind of almost mimic that of, say, Greek city-states gods. A primary example would be, say, the city of Portland. And I'm about to bring up on the screen a copy of Portlandia. There she is. And as you can see, she has a almost classic Greek goddess look to her. Now, she is based off the image on the city seal, which is a fisherwoman with a trident looking out over the Columbia River. However, she has kind of developed her own almost pseudo-cult following to the point that there was even a popular satirical TV show called Portlandia in her honor. And many of the pagan groups will actually meet downtown in front of her from time to time. For those of you who are urban primitives, you're aware that the city is full of life. For those of you who perhaps have not adapted to the city life structure, you should definitely think and look around you a bit, because cities are not desolate zones of no real natural existence. There is still plenty of nature even in cities. It's just not the majestic, untouched nature that you're used to. Now, that being said, there is a big difference between a groomed city park and a wilderness area. So make sure you still get yourself out into actual wilderness or your spirit may suffer. But you can actually commune with the essences of the city. And each city is very different. I've been in many large cities. Seattle is different than Portland, is different than Atlanta, which is different than Nashville or Memphis or Cincinnati or Columbia, South Carolina, or Charlotte, Tallahassee, Daytona, Frankfurt, Scarebach, Paris, Marseille. They're all different, and learning to harness that energy within the city can be quite a challenge. But for those of you who are not so attuned to the country, don't despair, because paganistic practices still work in the city. And you can find your connection to the living essence through these things, through these concepts in the city. You just need to tap into them. Look at those things which are actually around you and alive and radiating life. Well, thank you all again for joining me on this Spiritual Thursday. Please don't forget to come on over to my other social media sites, or come on over to unapologeticpagan.com if you're catching me from one of my social media sites and are wanting to know more about this feed and other conservative pagan broadcastings. Also, don't forget to check me out at minds.com, at VidMe, BitChute, and YouTube. My links are included in the description. Thank you all, and have yourselves a glorious Spiritual Thursday.